my two main platforms are YouTube and Facebook. And actually, Facebook is my killer. Facebook in 2023, we did over 500 million minutes watched.
Wow. And they feel like, how am I gonna be able to generate revenue? How can I get cases? I mean, there's free platforms out there. I mean, with a webcam, an iPhone, and content, you can do this. Welcome to this episode of Bourbon Approved, where we sit down over various cocktails, all whiskey, right, Morrow?
All whiskey.
Always whiskey.
Bourbon, whiskey.
Yep. And we interview those who have been successful at law and life, and we go over their life adventure. And today we have the honor of interviewing Mr. Tom Kherkher.
All right, thanks for having me.
Tom, before we pour the first brew, we want to thank always Charles Liu and Tom Hardy for giving us their bar here in Bike Shed in downtown Los Angeles. And welcome to LA, my friend.
Yeah, thank you. So you're telling me that the Tommy's bar sign that you put up isn't for me?
No, you weren't that regal.
Okay.
Maybe next time.
Yeah, next time.
Give it a few years.
Yeah.
All right, so the first one we're going to jump into is, this is a Garrison Brothers, and this is from Texas. Obviously. And let me pour some for Morrow first.
Texas has a lot of bourbon coming out lately.
It does. They have some good ones. They have a big state and a lot of inclement weather that makes barrels taste different. So Tommy comes to us from Houston, Texas, born and raised,
That's right.
but spent his college days at UCSB, Santa Barbara.
Go Gauchos.
Go Gaucho.
Wow.
So this one, the reason I selected this, not only is it from Texas, but this is the Honeydew edition. And my friend, Tommy, welcome to the Honeydew list, because you're having your baby soon.
Thank
and that's
you.
all
Yeah,
you execute.
baby girl coming soon.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh, this is great.
That's too good.
Yeah.
I'd get too drunk if I drank this.
Well, we have a long day. But this is from High, Texas. Do you know where High, Texas is?
No idea.
It's Hye. They made a rye in High.
Don't know.
I don't know. Sounds like it'd be very good.
It's amazing. So this has got a little bit of honey in it. I can taste the honey. It's amazing. Very smooth.
So, Tom, let's jump into it. So are you a second generation lawyer?
Correct. Both my parents are lawyers. They actually met in law school.
Ah, where'd they go to law school?
South Texas College of Law, where I went as well.
Ah, a lot of lawyers who went to Southwest.
That's where it's famous for producing
Trial Lawyer
lawyers, like-
University.
Yeah,
That's right.
Mark Lanier went there, the famous Texas big-time trial lawyer, and a few of my other friends that I know that are trial lawyers from Texas all went there. So that's a place that trains trial lawyers.
Yeah, it's a great place. It's the only law school I applied to, so I'm glad I got in.
In and out. So tell us, did you always, what was it like growing up, son of a trial lawyer? Because your dad, we all know your dad.
Yeah,
What's it like?
It was great. If you asked me in 5th grade what I wanted to be, I would have told you a trial lawyer.
Wow.
I grew up, I probably sat through maybe 20 trials before the time I graduated high school. My father would take me out of class and let me watch really important trials. Not just his cases. I've probably watched a handful of my father trying cases, but he'd say, "Hey, this is a really important issue. It's a big case. Go skip school for 2 or 3 days and watch this." And
My dad used to take me to the racetrack, but I guess the same, similar life experiences.
yeah,
Both gambling, both.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But I love it. I wanted to be a plaintiff's lawyer since I can remember.
I mean, your dad only represents the people, right?
Only plaintiffs.
Only plaintiffs. And how about you? Your practice the same?
The same. Yeah. So I started my own law firm in 2019. It's exclusively plaintiffs' work now. I grew up in a single event catastrophic injury and also some mass tort, kind of litigation. But I've unintentionally found myself in some securities litigation for plaintiffs' work as well. So I'm just a general plaintiffs practitioner.
But what excites you? Because we talked a lot about this, and we're telling Morrow earlier that you like to do the brain power shit, like creating new law.
That's right. Yeah. My firm, we have a fair amount of cases, and we have developed this business model where we actually joint venture the vast majority of our cases, probably 99%. And I have a 4-lawyer team, and in-house we probably work on 8 to 10 files.
Wow,
and they're all interesting cases.
But you have thousands of other cases.
Correct.
But do you work on cases with your dad?
Yes.
Oh, what's that like?
It's amazing.
Wow.
It's a dream come true. Yeah. My biggest problem is my father is very selective on the cases he works on. So for every 10 cases I pitch him, he'll only take maybe one.
Wow. And it's funny, we were driving around LA yesterday and his dad called him just to see how he was doing, checking on Tom.
That's right.
It was very nice.
It never stops.
Well, you're always his son.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
My dad is my mentor. He's my best friend. It's amazing.
Do you have brothers or sisters?
I have 3 sisters.
Wow.
And then I have 2 half brothers. So my father has a 5 and a 6-year-old. He remarried and started over. So lots of siblings.
So your new daughter is going to have an uncle?
Yeah, 2. But they're both boys.
Both
so I
boys,
have
two
two uncles that are around the same age. You
Well,
know?
it sounds like the Mexican side of your family, the Irish side of my family.
Yes. Well, Mexicans sometimes they answer younger than the cousins.
Yeah, that's right. I have a lot of second cousins that are really my uncles, but younger than me. It's weird, but whatever. Story for another time.
Yeah.
So tell us about, like, I don't know if you can name names, but you're in some very interesting paving new ways for lawsuits, right? Like you talked about one where there's a very high profile celebrity that's maybe defrauding some folks through.
Yeah, well, we are...
I don't want you to name names on here,
Yeah.
but just be a generalist, okay?
Sure. Probably one of the most interesting cases that I'm working on is a cryptocurrency fraud class action.
What cryptocurrency fraud? I've never.
Yeah.
Who would have
Are you
thunk it?
sure?
Yeah. And it's fascinating. It's fascinating because I would say the vast majority of cryptocurrency frauds, you have some anonymous entity behind it where there's no hope in ever recovering for the victims. But we have identified, and actually there's another case that is likely coming down the pipeline very soon of these entities that we know who they are and we know what they've done. And once you can get past that hurdle, there's a lot of really interesting legal issues that really are unprecedented.
But how do you tie that? Because I mean, obviously, there's no laws written specifically for
Sure.
these types of things.
Yeah. So right now, crypto assets. Well, I shouldn't say all crypto assets. The most important thing in this litigation is the crypto asset a security? And I would go as far as to say most crypto assets will probably be considered securities. Once you boil down all the case law, it comes down to, was it marketed as an investment? Did people say, hey, if you buy this, it's going to go up in value, we're going to make a lot of money?
I mean, it has to be an answer yes for a layperson. I mean,
Correct. I mean, there are some... The only way in which it wouldn't be a security is if somebody had a NFT project of a cat and they said, hey, buy this cat because it's a cute cat. That's
Yeah.
it. But
What happened with all those NFTs? Are they all useless?
They're all
worthless now?
useless.
Yeah.
They were selling them for $500,000 and craziness,
Oh, yeah?
and now they're all worth nothing.
Well, the problem is...
I've been to his office in Houston, and he actually has an NFT that's really an exhibit for trial, right?
Yes.
I mean, it's like he bought it because to prove that somebody got defrauded.
Yeah,
by
well, it's
doing-
actually one of my clients, but yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, well, one of my clients shipped it in. But
That's
the
pretty
problem
cool.
is, most of the time, they tie the NFT asset to some form of utility that never comes to fruition, or some sort of yield or money-making opportunity. Like a lot of these projects say, hey, if you hold this asset, you'll get an 8% yield every year.
That's
paid in.
That's a
Right,
security.
it's an investment.
That's an
Correct.
investment. But if you tie the NFT to just like maybe something in the future, or like a token for something, it's different.
But oh, well, even then,
Really?
No, really the only way in which you can get an NFT that I would think is not a security is if somebody said, hey, my NFT is, again, the picture of a cat. That's it. That's the only thing you're getting. You are buying this because you're getting a picture of a cat. Anything else that says, hey, hold on to this, it's going to go up in value, or hey,
I saw
it's
ones
gonna
where
get-
they were doing ones. It was like a sports memory. Like you're the only person that could own like Michael Jordan doing the Air Jordan or something
Yeah.
like that. Now that would be something I'd be like, come into my vault and check
Right.
this shit out if you're the only one that owns it.
Sure.
But that's not tied to like, you're just owning that art essentially.
Correct,
That's what I look
and those, it's a case-by-case basis, but the sports card companies who got into the space, they did a pretty good job for the most part, of being very clear of what you are getting. You are getting this memory. They're not saying, buy this memory because in 5 years it's going to be worth 3 times the price. Or buy this memory and for every year you hold it, we're going to send you 10 more memories.
So I was thinking, so Mauro and I are going to be on vacation with our families for a month in Spain this year, and I've been documenting him sleeping all over the world and sleeping, and I want to create like an NFT series about it and let people own a piece of Mauro.
Own a piece of Sleepy Mauro?
Sleepy Mauro.
That's totally fine, totally legal.
like
Just don't add any utility to it.
Especially the ones when I'm playing Uno and I'm sleeping between cards. Those are the best ones.
And I don't even cheat when you do that either.
Right.
Allegedly.
We have the Uno World Championship every year in the summer, and these matches go on for hours.
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 And then our wives fall asleep while we're playing, and then we just watch Dave Chappelle videos to like keep us up. All right, let's do the next part, because Mauro, you got to finish that.
I got defrauded when I was a kid by a sports card company, just like everyone else my age. There was Upper Deck was a card company.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
And they mass-produced these Upper Deck Ken Griffey Jr. rookie cards.
1989.
Yeah, and what
Or
they
88.
did was the executives of Upper Deck kept printing more and more of them, then selling them themselves and keeping the money, which is why Upper Deck no longer can produce Major League Baseball cards. They've been banned for life. Because,
I did not know that.
Wow.
Yeah, Upper Deck defrauded everyone. But this Upper Deck Ken Griffey rookie, when I was a freshman in high school in the 80s, shows you how fucking old I am.
Oh, by the way, he'll be 50 in a couple months, and you'll be 30 this year.
Right.
See, there you go.
Oh,
See, I'm
wow.
only 20 years older than this guy. But so the
He
Ken
could be your
Griffey-
son.
The Ken Griffey
could be your
rookie
son.
was a scam.
Really, on the Upper Deck? Because I have the tops. I have the entire series. I think 1988 or 89. Some good players that years.
So you were born in then 94?
Correct.
Wow.
I was in law school in 94.
Really?
God damn. Look at this kid. Doing
Thousands
good.
of cases,
Doing
not even
good.
30.
Doing good.
All right, pour the next
Unbelievable.
one because we're going to enter the next chapter.
We
No,
are
no,
going
no.
to.
You're
Do
on this
I,
one.
do I have to drink all of this?
Yes.
Yeah.
You do.
Oh my gosh. I'm
This
I'm not a drinker. If
Do
you
you
haven't,
watch?
We know.
Do you not watch this? Do you
I
ever see
watched
this
it, but
show?
I figured I figured we
There's
could
no
do
gimmicks
some-
here. There's no gimmicks.
Well, this one here, this one I bought this, but this is for me and Bob, brothers bond. Me and Bob. This is my brother from another mother, 100%. I love this guy. This is a new bourbon that came out. The two guys that were in Vampire Diaries. I think they kind of ripped off the idea from the guys from Breaking Bad who started their own mezcal company. Have you heard that? That one's called Dos Hombres.
I have one in my house right now.
Yeah. So they wanted to do their own. The Vampire Diaries guys. I'm not a big Vampire Diaries fan, but it's Ian and Paul from Vampire Diaries. And what I like about this is,
It's signed, dude.
they actually I live in Hollywood, and they were at the liquor store in Hollywood signing bottles for for fans. And I just happened to walk in there when they were signing, so I bought one.
Did they sign your chest too?
I actually had it tattooed, but no one wants to see that. Most of the profits from this company go to sustainable farming.
Oh, cool.
So it's kind of like they're giving back. It's to sustainable farming in Indiana, where they're from. This is from Indiana, so it's Indiana bourbon.
Indiana bourbon. All right, let's do a pour. And Mauro also wanted to pick a Hollywood one here because after he watched a few of the videos which will talk about how you create a lot of interest in the legal community, Mauro thinks that you're actually like a movie maker. And I want to transition this to figure out because
like I was saying, your stuff I saw that you showed me, it's like true crime stuff, like
That's right.
48
Cheers.
hours.
Cheers.
So you are a filmmaker.
So a little context.
Holy
I
Jesus.
started my own law firm in 2019. When I started my own law firm, I didn't have an advertising budget. So I started
very good.
making
That's pretty
social media videos on YouTube, and turned out to be very successful. Instantly, 8 days into practicing law, my first big break was
8 days into
8 days into practicing law. A tragic event happened at a Houston Astros baseball game. A little girl was.
because they were juicing. Was that
No,
it?
okay.
But they were stealing signs?
No.
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 Okay.
Of course not. No, but it was a really tragic event. A Chicago Cubs player hit a line drive into the stands, and it hit.
Oh, I remember this.
It hit a 2-year-old girl.
I remember this.
and-
2-year-old?
Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
this
2 or
story.
3-year-old, and she's still not okay to this day. I mean, it is traumatic. In college, in law school, I took a class called Baseball and the Law. And our professor...
What?
Yes. Our professor, Professor Champion, shout out Professor Champion. Champion is the world leading expert on collective bargaining agreements, athlete representation, a lot of great things. He was my teacher. He wrote the book. He was my teacher in law school.
Oh my God.
Turns out there's a Supreme Court case on point about foul ball related injury. So I made a YouTube video. I talked about it. I said, look, does she have a case? Probably not, but hopefully the Astros still do the right thing. And since they put netting up. Anyway, I made that video that night with a webcam at my computer. I don't have any employees. It's just me. Opened up my law firm 8 days ago. Post that video on YouTube. It's the first YouTube video I get that gets over 1,000 views. I get a call from the Channel 2 News, which is the biggest local news channel in Houston. Hey, Tom, we saw your video. We're doing a story on this issue. We need a legal expert. Do you want to be on the news? Of course I want to be on the news. So they come, they film me talk about the case. It runs on the 5 o'clock news the very next day. At 5:45, I get a phone call that says, Mr. Kherkher, it said on the news you're a personal injury lawyer. My 18-year-old son was just killed by an 18-wheeler.
Oh my God.
Wow.
So I got that case. We'd eventually resolve that case a few years later for a lot of money. And that proved to me, I said, hey, my original thought was, if I just get one of these a year,
Oh yeah.
it's worth it. One of these a year, it's worth it. So I kept on making videos and videos and videos. And flash forward 5 years, I am probably the most watched plaintiff's lawyer on social media with respect to long form content. There are a lot of creators out there who get billions of views on TikToks and short form videos, but I'm talking about 8 to 12 minute videos that, in my opinion, are a lot more valuable because they have staying power. People aren't just mindlessly scrolling.
They're making like mini movies.
That's right.
And that's why we
movies.
wanted to pour this for you. But long form content probably does far better on YouTube and even now X, the old Twitter, because they promote it.
Yeah, so I don't really do anything on X, although
Really?
we're going to try. My two main platforms are YouTube and Facebook. And actually, Facebook is my killer. Facebook, in 2023, we did over 500 million minutes watched
Wow.
on Facebook.
And this is like, and a lot of people that are watching or listening, depending on what format, a lot of young lawyers come out of law school and they have that fear. I mean, probably when you got that call, like, who am I to be able to represent these folks? And they feel like, how am I going to be able to generate revenue? How can I get cases? I mean, there's free platforms out you. I mean, with a webcam, an iPhone, and content, you can do this.
Yeah, that's right. And also, I'm lucky
You
enough
know what else
to...
the young lawyers out of law school?
Here comes the
Yeah, other
OnlyFans
problem
joke.
they have?
Here comes the OnlyFans
No,
joke.
they want everything and they want it now.
That's actually,
That's what I think about young lawyers. I interview them, they come work in my office. They want it and they want it now.
it's like Veruca Salt. We've watched Willy Wonka a million times this weekend because my kids, I love the
the
movies.
original Willy Wonka with Gene Wilder?
Amazing, and the new one is amazing. The one with who I love Johnny Depp, and I love it was terrible. That one's unwatchable.
Listen, that kid, what's his name?
I forget his name.
He's an
talented.
amazing actor, man.
Talented. Have you seen
You
it
kind
yet?
of look like the kid. Timothy
does.
Chalamet.
Really?
You
I've
look like him.
heard that before.
Tim and Tom, it's close
Yeah,
enough.
that one's great.
Being a girl dad, you got to get used to watching all these things.
The
all the time.
internet thinks I look like the guy from Parks and Rec. I don't know if you...
Which guy?
His name's Ben on the show. I don't know the actor's name, but
been watching
that's
I don't watch those kind of shows.
He's more into
regardless.
snuff films.
Yeah.
but yeah.
It's early. I got to get you going.
I'm into golf videos on YouTube.
It's actually true. We've been like we were in Switzerland recently, and Maro's just on his phone. Like, what are you watching? He's just watching golf swing videos.
Yeah, I can just watch certain golf swings over and over because I feel if I watch enough of it, like if I watch enough
That's
Rory,
right.
if I watch enough Rory, I figure maybe it'll just like happen to me, you know?
That's right.
I'll have that kind of.
I don't know if
golf
that's
swing.
right. So Tom has a golf simulator in his office in Houston, which I was happy. I hit it not straight.
It's great.
But it was awesome.
That was my lease was just up, my 5-year lease for my office, and we renewed it. I took over about 2,000 extra square feet, and my line in the sand was, I will renew my lease here but you have to let me put in a golf simulator. They let me do it.
That's awesome.
It's a renter's market.
So
right
we
now.
have like, I mean, Mara's been in this industry a long time, and I have, and there's a lot of folks that pay a lot for lead acquisition. They're paying so much money on advertising. You've generated thousands of cases, gotten this wrongful death case. We'll talk about some of the early cases that you've had
Sure.
with very low spend.
Yeah, and well, in fact, it's the opposite. My Facebook and YouTube channel are actually profit centers.
Oh, really?
So we make money off of the views we get. And actually, I have a presentation that I've given to about 3 or 4 conferences. My thesis to creating content is you should actually your goal should be to make money on YouTube and on Facebook, because that's how you get your content promoted. If you've ever clicked on a YouTube video and you've seen an ad run before it, like for instance, John Morgan. If you click on one of my videos, you're probably going to see a John Morgan ad, okay? If John Morgan is paying $1 to put his ad there, the creator of the video gets 55%, 55 cents.
Really?
YouTube gets 45 cents.
Really?
That's the revenue split. Now,
I had no idea about that.
Now you're not getting $1 per view. You're getting about, for me personally, it's about $7 per every 1,000 views. But
Wow. When you get the millions of views, that
right,
adds
but
up quickly.
and there's a very long conversation to be had about the algorithms and how things work. But to boil it down in a way that lawyers can understand, if I have 2 videos, okay, and one video makes YouTube money and one video doesn't make
Guess
YouTube
what they're
money,
promoting?
which one is the algorithm going to promote? It's going to promote the video that makes them money.
So do you feel like, because you're so hyper-focused, 10 to 15 cases at your firm, like doing high-level change the world shit, and then you have the other side where you're like making movies.
Well, that's why we do that, because I'm for what we do, I'm incredibly overstaffed. I have a 4-lawyer team working on 10 cases.
I hope my office doesn't see this. The lawyers in my office are like, I got too many cases. I said, no, you can handle a couple more.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Each lawyer has 500 cases.
Yeah,
that's
in my
right.
office,
That's not true, but it
each
is.
one of them's got
A lot,
cases.
sure.
More than 4. I'll tell you that.
And the reason for that is I spend probably 60% of my time on the content creation.
Wow, that's
aspect.
awesome. But do you find with the content creation that you can become so far educated within that space because you have to learn it so well to do the content?
Correct.
Yeah.
It is a full-time job. I mean, look at
Yeah. Content
Listen,
creation.
I can make some funny videos, but I don't know what to do with them,
right, but see, but that's the thing. It's not just, and this is a big
I can
problem.
crack you up all day, but shit, that's not making me any money.
But it does
Right.
convert. You could do a whole slip and fall
Eventually, sure,
series because
eventually,
you
yes.
crush those. Did you make millions on slip and fall cases?
Thank God. One thing I know how to do in this world is I know how to work on slip and fall cases.
You should do it. You should do an advertisement that says "Slip and fall in love with me" for
love
Valentine's
that.
Day.
I
Be good.
love that.
I digress.
That's funny.
Thank you.
Yeah, women do find me irresistible. You know this.
He's been drinking, ladies and gentlemen. He's too deep. So, Tom, we're going to transition into now. I mean, we've gone full. The last bottle, I think, is now ready for you.
I had a short conversation with Tom before,
Yeah.
and he told me how most of his cases, he joint ventures or he sends out,
Yeah,
right?
99%.
And the issue that I've always had with that is that you lose control.
Oh, that's a good topic. Yeah.
You lose control of
Yeah.
of your cases,
Sure.
and you have to rely on who you send it to 1, do a good job, and 2, to pay you,
Yes.
right? And those are the kind of things that get me.
And that's
Yes.
I would lose sleep at night.
And that's why you're part of this too with the attorney share
Attorney shares
concept
it
and Just HQ. But Tom's one of those folks that at an early age figured out his network, that he has the most impressive Rolodex that knows the best of the best, that does every mass tort or single event. And there's holes with that, and of course. And I think that's the hardest thing for lawyers. How many texts do you get a day? A lawyer does this, Mauro. Can you help me with this? It's
every
all
day,
So
all day,
So that goes
in
so,
California and Washington.
Yeah. And
Because I practice in 2 states.
Yeah. I could talk about this for a really long time. It boils down to one, my cost of acquisition on cases is
Close
negative.
to zero, negative because you're
It's
getting
negative.
paid. You're getting paid to get cases.
Right. And if anybody goes and watches my stuff, my screen name is @AttorneyTom.
Oh, we got this next, bro. We're gonna put up this bottle because this is Tom's good lovin'. So @Attorney Tom.
Tom's good lovin' bourbon.
But I only say that because I encourage anybody to go watch my YouTube videos or my Facebook videos, and you won't see me advertise. I very rarely promote my law firm. I'm starting to do it a little bit more now because we're experimenting. But for every 100 videos I make, I might talk about personal injury or some sort of thing that I have an agenda on, maybe 5% of the time. It's really just about building trust, making interesting content, doing true crime stories of cases that have already happened that the case is already over. I have no way to monetize that case, right? And the reason that's important is because it builds trust. People call and reach out. And with that, I get a lot of random, hey, I was in a car accident in Oregon. Okay, I've never been to Oregon in my life, but I need to find a lawyer that I trust. And oftentimes what I'll tell people who call the firm is say, look, this is in Oregon. This is a standard soft tissue auto accident case. This is not something that we are going to work on. This is not something my firm's going to work on.
You tell that up front.
Up front. And I say, that's exactly why you should hire me. Because I'm going to get on the phone, and I'm going to call the Bob Simons of the world, and I'm going to find you a lawyer who has a great reputation. And it's not going to cost you anything extra because you're going to sign a contingency fee agreement, whether that's you're going to sign a 40% agreement with me or somebody else or a third or whatever it is. And I'm just going to split it with Bob on the back end.
But you now have the trust with that consumer or that victim.
Correct.
And you act as their general counsel. You find them the best. I love that. I love that.
We have a staff of 7. Of my 7 staff, we have 3 people who are full-time intake, fielding new calls. And then we have 2 people, and really a third person for overflow for case updates. We tell clients, just because we're going to joint venture your case doesn't mean we're getting off the case. I mean, at the end of the day, we're still on the hook too, right?
Clients love to hear from them.
And that's one of the big challenges that we have, both ends, getting a lot of referrals and referred out is clients want updates, attorneys want updates.
Sure.
So we're automating that through Attorney Share. There's some other good platforms to be able to cure that for you. But I mean, shit, Tom, that's such a cool
Well, I like the soft sell aspect of it.
Well,
I've always been into the soft sell too, the same way. I mean, I've been practicing a long time, but I'm not a real self promoter, but in a roundabout way I am, but I'm not like in your face.
I mean, I tell people all the time when they call, it's like, go vet like 3 or 4 other firms and see if they're going to be able to take care of you.
And I say, if you're calling me, it means you watch my stuff, you trust me. Do you trust me enough to go recommend a lawyer to joint venture this case with? And you know our interests are aligned because I want to refer to the person who can get you the most amount of money because that's how I'm getting
I think the whole
amount of
industry
money.
should be that way. It frustrates me when it's not.
And yes, because there's a $10 million case out there. You sign up with the wrong lawyer. They settle it for $1 million. They pat the client on the back, tell them they did a great job. Whereas if that lawyer would have referred it to
somebody else, they knew what they were
somebody
doing.
else,
a $10 million case.
Right.
Every day this happens.
Everybody, the pie grows. So if I always use the analogy of heart surgeon. If you need heart surgery, you want to go to a heart surgeon. You might have called me. I might be the best orthopedic surgeon in the world, but this is a heart surgery. And so let me go find you your heart surgeon.
And for lawyers, it's like, would you rather make 100% of $1 million and work all day, or make 50% of $10 million and find the best?
But Mara, back to your concern, I'm sure just with the volume of cases, there are fees that people will forget to send or won't send maliciously or whatever. But I'm not afraid of that. Let me do 3,000 cases and have one person burn a bridge. I haven't run into that yet, but
and that's what,
that's not going to deter me from.
And this is this last one so this is from Booze Outlet. So we have a very sophisticated company called Booze Outlet. We work a lot with it. Mara and I source a lot of alcohol from. They're doing their first speakeasy here in California that I'm very excited for. It'll be in SoCal or San Diego. but they will source anything in the world for you within a matter of hours or days. And I had them on an impossible task to find Tom's Good Lovin'.
All right.
Tom's
I
Good
love it.
Lovin' out of New Jersey, because this is Attorney Tom that we're sitting here with.
I'm up for New Jersey whiskey. Why not?
Oh, you like New Jerseys?
I like.
I've never had a New Jersey whiskey.
I like
haven't
New
either.
Jersey.
Okay, so this is
give it a whirl.
to the Garden State.
What is this here? What is it? It's just a straight.
It's a rye whiskey, my friend. We did a lot of ryes with Tom. Even though this one was not a rye, but it was in Nye, Texas. They should have done a rye. But this is Tom's Good Loving, and it's 45% alcohol,
All right.
which I'm a big fan of high proof. It has a picture of a motorcycle with a little sidecar on it. We're at Bike Shed with a lot of motorcycles, so I thought it was very apropos. I don't know what that word means. But Tom,
Ooh,
you didn't even cheers, dude.
it's a little hot.
That's at least 15 minutes
Cheers.
bad luck.
Cheers. This one's spicy. This one is much spicier than the last two.
Oh, see, I like this one.
Spicy.
And I want to thank our friend Nico from Booze Outlet for finding this impossible bottle to find.
If you need the good booze, call Booze Outlet.
That's right. Tom, how did you get the handle, Attorney Tom?
Well,
I mean, come on, it's hard.
really? You think so? So,
Bro.
well, one, I started in 2019.
But still, that's
Actually, I got the handles in 2018, because I
How was
returned
Attorney
all
Tom
the
not-
handles early.
while you were in law school.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we have another guest that's going to be on the show, Ryan, who's Attorney Ryan, but he didn't
You wanna
get
hear-
Attorney
you wanna-
Ryan.
No, you want to hear?
I'm Attorney Morrow on Twitter.
Do you want to hear?
Oh.
Do you want to hear the story when
Oh.
Ryan Steiger is here? Ask him why his name is Attorney Ryan.
Oh, I want to hear this. There is an Attorney Ryan, but he's in Louisiana.
Yeah.
I know Attorney Ryan. I know him.
Yes.
Interesting.
I know Ryan too. He's a great guy.
I think so too. We have a lot of AI talks. This is funny.
But ask Ryan Steiger why his name is Attorney Ryan. It's because he originally was something else. And he messaged me. I said, dude, that's too confusing. Just do Attorney
Yeah.
Ryan.
You know, I wanted to always be just Morrow Fury on social media, but just by some random coincidence, there's a fucking director named Morrow Fury, who's an Academy Award-winning director. He did Avatar and Armageddon. He does these huge blockbuster movies.
He did Face Jam, Pulp Friction,
Yeah.
Breast Side Story.
You Got Mail.
You Got Mail, M-A-L-E. He did all those films.
No, those are Bob's favorites. Inside joke. Actually, they're Rob May's favorites.
They're Rob Bay's favorites.
But no, so this guy Morrow Fury is a director who's got the Morrow Fury shit locked up, and it's like, and I always think, because I graduated from high school, and I'm from SoCal, but after I graduated from high school, I never went back to where I went to high school. So I always think, because I see these movies, and you see Morrow Fury and all these big blockbusters, I think these people must think it's me, you know? Because how many Morrow Furies can there
Right.
possibly be?
And in
I never
Hollywood.
I never met a guy named Morrow, let alone Fury.
Right.
Got the same fucking name. So I couldn't get my own name, but this director's got them all. So I'm Fury legal.
Imagine being Robert Simon.
Yeah,
It's my dad plus
Yeah.
a million.
There's-
Well, originally when I opened up my law firm, it was Kherkher Law Firm, PLLC. And I thought that would be great because I thought a lot of people were going to look up my
Your
father's
dad.
name and then contact me.
Sure.
You know what's on
But
the
it
way
was-
on the way here? I found out a father and son. Of course, they have the same last name. The father had to sue the son
It's
to
Ted-
not.
Ted
Yes.
Sink.
Oh my God! I just heard the story.
Ted is the son,
Awesome.
is a great friend.
Awesome.
He's a
The dad sued
wonderful
his kid?
lawyer. Yes.
We'll tell the story maybe off camera. I want to get Ted on to talk about this because I
Ted-
just
Ted-
learned the story.
Ted
He's one of
is
the
a
smartest dudes you'll ever
wonderful
meet.
lawyer.
Turner?
One of the
Ted Turner?
smartest lawyers.
Ted Sink. He's in South Carolina.
One of the best lawyers
South
probably
Carolina?
in the country.
Yeah.
Great
Very-
guy.
I think he went to Yale.
I like
he's,
South Carolina. They got a lot of Waffle Houses.
they also have a lot of golf courses. That's
I like-
two things you love.
I like Waffle House and I like golf. Those are two of my favorites.
He does. We used to go to South Carolina every year as kids. We went to Myrtle Beach and drove 12 hours in the van, did a caravan all the way down. But yeah, that's very interesting. But you guys have a
But-
different relationship.
Back
Yeah,
to the-
we have a
back
great
to Attorney
we have a
Tom.
great
Let's see.
relationship.
Let's-
But so
back to
anyway,
Attorney Tom.
after about 8 months of being open, my SEO guy called me and said, "Listen, you're getting buried. You're not getting any cases. Your website has no hope because Kherkher is such a unique last name and it's dominated by one person. So, and I already had started the Attorney Tom social media brand as well, but then we transitioned my law firm to attorneytom.com. So my email address is attorneytom.com. My staff, everybody has an Attorney Tom email address, and that was done essentially out of necessity because we were getting buried.
But you have to, like, we rebranded because I was at the Simon Law Group, and we did at just Justice Team. So everything is just much easier to remember. Consumers remember it. And I tell the story to every lawyer. I say, when you open your own firm, like when I was at my first firm out of law school, I was at one. My email address was at lntlb.com.
The hell is that?
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, how many times I had to say phonetically, like, how somebody could just remember my email, let alone a website? And it's just like a horror story. Today's consumers, it got to be quick and easy. Man. So we're at the tail end of the episode here, Tom, and you know, we spent some time. We went to the Houston Whiskey Social together. You missed that one.
I sent you my VIP ticket.
They did. I gave your VIP ticket to his dad. I forgot about this.
All right.
Yeah, because you know what? It's funny. I forgot I bought the ticket, because you know Bob sends me random text messages all the time. Hey, buy this, that. And I said, oh shit, I bought it. So I bought, like, I don't know. I think I paid $500 for this ticket.
Yeah, it was a good ticket.
On what's that? One of those weird ticket companies.
Eventbrite. It's not weird.
Eventbrite, yeah.
It's pretty standard.
So I paid $500 for this, and it was in Houston. I forgot. I'm sure Bob mentioned it to me a half a dozen times, but you know, I'm a little shaky on that. I'm not too good with dates. So, like the day of the event, or like the day before the event, I got an email from Eventbrite. Oh, your event's coming up. I was like, what event? And I looked it up, and I had a VIP ticket to the Houston Whiskey Social. I said, hey, Bob, I forgot I bought this $500 ticket. Here, give it to somebody.
I was at lunch with Tom. He's like,
said,
hey, my dad might want to go. I was like, I got somebody that could just give you the ticket. It was his dad.
Damn, I missed it. And it was a Young Presidents or whatever, Whiskey Social.
The YPO, we literally drank a lot of, we had Pappy 23, we had the OFC, a lot of stuff you'll never see.
We drank a bottle of Pappy 23
in one night.
Out at dinner the other night. A friend of ours brought a bottle of Pappy 23.
A lawyer we do a lot of work with, who's an amazing trial lawyer, brought it to dinner with Barrow and I. We drank the entire bottle.
He brought it to the wrong dinner, but he drank the whole bottle.
I think he thought he was going to get it back.
Yeah. He got the bottle back just to put up on the shelf empty, but
yeah. Well, Tom, tail end of the interview here, and like, I mean, you're 29. I just want to have you end the show with this, because you've probably inspired, hopefully, a lot of young lawyers to realize that they don't have to be beholden to a big law. They can create their own funnels, their own brand. What's the next, like, 5 to 10 years look like for you, and how can you just inspire the rest of these young lawyers to do what you did?
Yeah, so I'm doubling and tripling down on content creation. I've been investing in hiring script writers, graphics people, animators, editors. So I want to be a full production house.
you're like Pixar over there in Houston.
Right, the legal
Pixar.
Yeah, yes. The worst version of Pixar for lawyers is what I'm trying to be. And with that comes a lot of challenges, which is why I'm really excited. We connected about identifying these cases. Not only is it a viable case, because sometimes we get a lot of weird things like, hey, I took this drug, I developed cancer, is there something here? But also who to send it to.
Sometimes I take a drug and I think I'm a lizard, but that's different.
Yeah. So
He's licking rocks.
yeah, but actually, we were talking about this earlier. I feel like I'm tackling the problem of, is there a potential case? I'm building out a newsletter. And it's not a newsletter in the sense that I'm going to write articles about things you should know, blah, blah, blah. No. A big, and this is a whole another conversation, which we don't have time for, but I essentially track every mass tort campaign that is out there. I track the Morgan & Morgans of the world if they launch a new advertising campaign. I track websites. Again, I'm going to pick on Morgan & Morgan just because they're the big bad beast and they're easy to pick on. If Morgan & Morgan updates a new page, creates something on their website, I get a notification. I have tracking software that follows basically what I want on the internet. And I attribute a lot of my success to just knowing what's going on. So I'm creating a newsletter that is being sent out weekly that is just disseminating that list of, hey, there are 150 active torts being advertised for on the internet. And that's a way for me to become the center of the tort universe, so I meet the people like you.
Yeah.
And then on the other side of the equation is once you have a case, how do you officially get that over? And that's where
I'm
I'm
person
excited
for that lawyer case.
Yeah, and that's where I'm excited on working with you and Attorney Share to go and do that. So if anybody's watching, the newsletter is called Lawsuit Review. LawsuitReview.com. I promise you will not get bombarded. We are going to send a list once a week of all the active torts being advertised. That's it. No opinion pieces, no nothing. You can understand what is going on. So if somebody calls your office and says, hey, I have this obscure case that you've never heard of, you might say, hey, I know this is a tort because I've seen it, and then I can go refer it out and monetize that lead that you got to your firm. That's the whole
You co-counsel, find the best for the best.
Yeah,
and off
and
you
it's
go.
totally free. This is free newsletter. What I get out of it is I want people to contact me when they say, hey, Tom, I have this obscure thing that nobody's heard of. I say, okay, great. My job is to vet obscure things because I get a lot of obscure things.
I got defrauded
to
in
my
NFT
door.
or a security, and Tom wants to take you in federal court and create new law.
So that's where
I love it.
That's my next 5 to 10 years.
Right into the episode here, Tom, you have to pick what is your bourbon approved. We've tried 3 very different whiskeys from across the nation.
Yes.
You have to
Brothers
pick
Bond,
which one is your
Tom's
bourbon
Good Love,
approved.
And Garrison's Honey. What's your bourbon approved?
My favorite one was probably the honeydew one.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Get
it's
used to
hard-
that.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's hard to bet against the one
Oh,
that's
yeah.
got my name on it. You know, Tom's Good Lovin'. That's
Tom's Good Lovin'. Well, one final cheers to Tom's Good Lovin'. Well, I don't got much alcohol left because we drank it all, but Attorney Tom, thank you for coming
Thanks for
on.
having me on.
A poet, didn't even know it.
Keep on rocking in the free world, as Neil Young says.
Did he say that?
Yep.
I think you made it up.
Nope.